Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw tips and tricks. Somebody's trying to engrave these on wood and use the 3D mode. So we're going to contour them. So I've got it set for the center at 0.001 in Corel Draws. Rounds it off to 0.0. I'm going to engrave on or contour on the lightest gray. My outline is black. And I get that. It takes just a few seconds because it's doing a lot of work. It's contouring like 174 lines. Now that would be pretty cool. He sent me, and for the one I'm doing this for, I did not see this file really yesterday or whenever it was. You texted it till this morning when you did the other one. I would try separating the trees. And if you take like a 3-point curve line, and you don't really have to use the 3-point curve line, but put a little curve to it and take these trees and get them to be individual. So we're going to go there and then let's nudge it over and see that one's connected to the other one. So you'd have to disconnect that the same way. Well, let's go ahead and do it so we can do both these trees. And I'm going to take I'm still going to use the 3-point curve line. It doesn't really matter because there's not much of a curve. And I'm going to put one there and there. And I'm going to, wherever the trees are touching, to make another individual tree. Kind of hard to see once I zoom out. So it'd be this one right here. All I'm doing is blocking the Smart Fill tool from getting in that other tree. And one more. I don't know that it's going to make a difference, but it could. So now we could Smart Fill this tree. Well, I must have been doing the wrong tree, but that's fine. You're going to have to do them both anyway. Yeah, I need to separate this tree. So wherever it's touching, like right there, or overlapping, I guess, would be the right word. So you're basically creating it so the Smart Fill tool can't get in there. And I think there's one little bitty line, and you could also take your shape tool and just move that over also. Let's see if that did it. Let's take the Smart Fill tool. Nope, I still got a leak somewhere. Yeah, right in here, quite a bit. You could make it all one line. We can just go from there to there and kind of separate that tree. Let's see if that works. There we go. Now we can nudge that over. And you could do it two different ways. I'm going to left click, don't fill, right click outline. And then we're going to grab this tree and do the same contour, but we're contouring to the inside with a wider color. And, you don't want to use white. And of course, you told me you have an epilogue, you're going to run it on 3D mode, which you probably already know. But you could go the other way too. You could make this tree a light gray and then contour a black. And then the tree is going to be going in. So the laser is going to hit this harder. You see, it's just a little bit of a contour on the leaves. So I would test it both ways. Now, what I have found when I do it, let me just get rid of all these. So I'm going to set it in your laser page. And I'm going to do this first. Well, matter of fact, let's just back up here and take the contour away. Okay, now we can delete all this stuff, just so it won't be in the way. What I would do, or what I do on something like this, and the bigger, this is 6 inches tall, so it's not all that big. What I would do is my nudge factor set on 6. I'm going to make a duplicate of that and move them over twice. And then I'm going to contour these guys. Well, let's make that a light color and then go to dark. Because you're going to find, and let's just do them both the same. You're going to find that the laser is going to, well, that didn't work at all. Oh, I didn't change, see, I didn't change it to a light. I would never use white. And you want something heavier than a 3-point or a hairline. What I do, if I was going to run these trees, I would run them in 3D mode pretty hard. Well, he said he has 120 watt, maybe 50 power to 100 speed. No, 100 speed at 50 power, and then run it again like at 75 power and 100 speed, or vice versa. And then, and I've found, watch this, I've found this helps. Go to bitmap, convert to a bitmap, and we're using RGB, so you need to RGB it. It kind of fuzzies it up a little bit, so they're not so pronounced, you know, because that's going to be quite a bit of difference. Then I would move these out of my way, and I would move these back and just turn it a light gray. You could actually take a light gray fill and no outline, and run that again. And what that's going to do, it's going to soften these hard spots. Not so much in this one, you know, unless you went the other direction. You know, if you went the opposite direction, I didn't think I grouped those together. I don't know why they're acting like they're, oh, it's because I converted them to a bitmap and it just put them all together. But what this does, especially on the one, if you do it in reverse where you've got dark on the outside and lighter on the inside, this is going to come to kind of like a pretty sharp point. And then you could run this, and it doesn't, from what I have understood or watched or seen, it doesn't change the 3D look, because it's going to, you know, even the black part is going to engrave a little bit more. And it kind of softens out the 3D look. Anyway, I hope that answers the question. Thank you for watching.